It started off way different than it is ending. Not at all what I intended. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Madison, and today we have quite a journey to go along together. We are going to be growing a bunch of different Alocasia corms. There's going to be some stuff we're going to see. I'm filming this after going through all of these months of trial and error, and I'm so excited to tell you that we are finally done, and I cannot wait to just go through all of this with you guys. So yeah, buckle in. We are going to be doing a lot of trial and error, emphasis on the error, at least for the first part. And yeah, hopefully you guys can learn from my mistakes and then also learn from my fixes as well. So yeah, let's get on into it. And make sure to leave this video a thumbs up if you like this kind of stuff. Leave me a comment as to what you are propagating right now as well, and if you've tried any of the substrates that you will see in this video. And make sure you are subscribed as well if you aren't already, because I put out planty videos every single week. So here we are. This is just like right behind where I was sitting a second ago. Just kind of turned around so that you can see here. This is a just like a regular shop light, I guess you would call it, from Walmart. Super cheap. It was like $20 or something like that. So for supplies, I have my 2 water trays, and I'll explain in a second why I have 2 separate ones and not just putting them all in one. I have a bunch of little cups here that do not have holes in them, and I've got the corms obviously, and I also have this guy here, just a glass dome. I have that dome because I do want to show or see if there is a difference with propagating the corms by using a humidity dome or not. So we'll see if they grow any faster or slower or what happens with that. That's really, really large in there. Ideally, I would put this in a bigger container, but we're just gonna try it and see. A little bit of water in here. Whoop, too much. I would say that this is probably a little bit too much water in there for my liking. So I'm gonna dump out just a little bit into this other one that doesn't have any water yet.
Many months later.
Hey guys, it's been a minute. So we're gonna make some changes today. I'm really excited. I had my boyfriend order me some of this stuff on Amazon. You may have seen this stuff floating around. It is called Fluval Stratum. We're going to talk a little bit more about this later, so let me just get into showing you what I have so far and what's kind of been going on since I talked to you last. I was trying so hard to keep the corms in just like little tiny plastic cups with water and keep them just open to the air for the most part, or just kept in like under you know, a dome for, you know, a bunch of them at once. And they were all just drying out way too quickly, and I lost a lot of them. Honestly, I lost a lot. But as you can see over here, hopefully, we've got some good new growth happening. So I chucked all of the remaining corms that were just in water in this big old guy. This is mostly Rephotophora decursiva cuttings, as you can see here, a bunch of little baby dragon tail pothos. But we've got a bunch of Alocasias growing as well, and they're looking pretty good. Not all of the corms have started doing stuff, so I think I do want to go ahead and pull those corms out that decided to not really grow in here yet, and I want to try to put them in these little cups with a little bit of that Fluval Stratum. Oh my gosh, that's so hard for me to say. So I'm just gonna pull out all of the corms in here that look like they may do something but just haven't yet. And I think I'm also gonna try the technique of peeling all of the corms as well, even though that like really sucks to do and I don't enjoy it. I wanna try it. Wow, those are some chunky corms. Okay, well, looks like I'm gonna go ahead and pull these guys out of here as well. They are ready for their own little situations. Actually, I think I'm gonna go ahead and plant these back in with my mother plant. So I chucked these corms in here, I wanna say 2 to 3 weeks ago. My boyfriend thinks this is kind of a gimmick. The reason that my boyfriend is so skeptical of this product is because it says that it contains, you know, a powerful mix of nutrients and minerals and trace elements, but nowhere on here can we find anything that says what is in here. You know what I mean? You don't have any of your NPK levels. You don't know exactly what is going on in here. So you don't really know what to add. So yeah, we're gonna try it. We're gonna see. I feel like I'm like peeling a potato. This top row here, all of these guys are going to have the lids on them. And then these bottom row guys, all these little cuties, I am just going to make room for in, whoop, that container over there. There are our 5 Alocasia corms in the stratum, and then it's just gonna have this, whoop, big old dome on top of it and set right over there, so it'll be getting some really nice harsh afternoon sunlight.
1 week later.
Let's go ahead and check on these guys. We've got those, and we have those guys in there, so let's pull them out and take a look. I also grabbed 6 different corms. Those are all from the Alocasia maharani. They were just popping up top of the soil. But let's go ahead and take a look in here. Looks like we have growth on everything. Oh, I don't think this guy's actually grown much. Maybe some roots, perhaps? This guy, I think, just popped out the leaf, but he hasn't done anything in the Fluval Stratum yet, so we will see. Maybe that little teeny tiny guy there is new, but the leaf is open, so we'll see what happens. And then this guy, it looks like may have grown some new roots. I feel like that white fuzzy one looks new. It's been about 9 days, I think, since our last check-in. Okay, so this is my messy desk area. Not great, but it works right now. So in here we have 5 containers. Back over here, those are the, I wanna say those are the ones that we potted up the time before last. And then those guys over there are the ones that we potted up just last week. Alrighty, so let's take a look at these guys first. We're gonna go oldest to newest. I think that's what we're gonna do. So let me take the dome off of here. Okay, I'm so excited. These are looking really, really good. So let me just kind of give you a brief overview. Look at how cute. Can you see him like sweating on there? They're so cute. First little guy, he's so cute. Look at those roots coming off of the corm. Looking pretty good. Check her out. Look at how cute she is. Oh my goodness. And do you see all of those little fuzzy white roots in there? Look at this little guy. He looks so soft. Great roots. Wow, look at those roots. But these are all doing really, really well. I've been keeping the humidity dome almost entirely closed. Look at all of those roots, you guys. He is working on his first leaf. Do you see that? So he's definitely ready to have his top popped off. There we go. Okay, here's starting to grow. This one here is just working on his roots, but if I can get you really close in there, you can see that he's working on some cute little green roots. This one is really happy. This is a chunky dude. Look at that. That is so cool. I'm shocked. Absolutely shocked at how well the corms are rooting up in the Fluval Stratum. I feel like this has just been my face the entire time because I'm just shocked. Let's go ahead and check out these other 4 that we put in here 9 days ago. Not doing anything quite yet. I did just want to let you know that the corms that I went ahead and potted in with my mother Regal Shield Alocasia are all doing fantastic in there. Hey guys, we're back. It has been a minute. I will put exactly how many days it's been since our last check-in, but I have some exciting things to show you. I have some not so exciting things to show you as well. First things first, let's open up the one that has been in here for longer. The next time I do something like this, I'm gonna like date them and stuff like that and label them. I did not do that this time. It's my first time trying to do something like this. So I apologize for the somewhat inconsistency and lack of labels, but we'll get better. We'll do this again eventually. We've got tons of roots. They're very, very fine, but there's a bunch of them. So let me try. So I'm just gonna leave this with the cap off, but he will be going in here, in this bad boy. So, that's where we have some exciting stuff happening, and I think it's because they have like the space for exciting stuff to happen. No, there's no roots happening. Honestly, it looks like there might be a little bit of mold happening. There's a little bit of mold like on the tip there as well, if you can see that. I think that is partially to do with the fact that I didn't do a great job of peeling the skin part off of here. Oh, you guys. Okay, so here's the other one. Again, there were 2 corms in here. You guys, our very last one, and we have some actual growth happening. Get the heck out of here. Okay, do you see? There's like 2 little roots popping off on either side. They look like little, like that one looks like a little handle, and then the other one is the spout. So yeah, out of the 4 containers and 6 corms that we last put in here, only like, I'm gonna say 1 is really showing growth so far. I'm trying not to spill them out while I show them to you. Look at that. Oh no. Ah! Oh no. Ah! Wow. When you think you're dumping it into the cup and you're really just dumping it in your lap. Oh yeah. Oh, did I make a mess? Can I show you? You see that? Murder scene right there? Look at her. Do you see how good? Ah! Okay, I'm gonna try to not get too squealy. But do you see how good that looks? And it looks like we've got another new growth point coming out right here. So that is awesome. And like, do you see all the roots? This is a root. So many roots. That's cool. That's really cool. Look at her. Gorgeous. Not as rooty and tooty as the other one here. This must be like a pink dragon alocasia, I'm assuming, because that pink stem right there. You can see the difference there. And then of course the difference in the stem color or the petiole color. Oh yeah, I didn't show you the roots. The roots look really, really good. Big old cluster. So these ones are the most like intriguing to me. What are these, you guys? These must be, I don't know. They look totally different. One has like a darker kind of speckly stem, and the other one has like a green stem. I literally have no idea. So this will be a fun surprise to see when they grow up what the heck they are. All of the alocasia that I put in this situation with that dome on top to keep the humidity really, really nice and boosted, but also giving them space to like physically grow has been doing really, really well. How cute are those? They're twins, Basil. Oh my God. You can definitely see on this one how it's like dry, like the Fluval Stratum in this little container is much drier than this one because you can see it's a little bit lighter. Oh, cute! Is this our first one? This is our first corm prop that has its second leaf. Wow, so adorable. I'm not gonna lie, this other leaf isn't looking its best. It looks like it's, yeah, well, the Fluval Stratum is also dried out, so no wonder. It's just gotten a little bit too dry. I think that's why this leaf looks a little sad, a little worse for wear. I'm very, very pleased. Welcome to the end of this video. This is finally going to be the end of my Alocasia corm propagation video. It started off way different than it is ending. Not at all what I intended. It's been a journey here. First things first, let me just start off by saying thank you guys so much if you have made it to the end of this video. I don't know what this video is going to end up looking like, how long it's going to end up being, where I'm going to even like end up starting it, because I started this so long ago, you guys, so long. I feel like I started this back in April and it is now November 2nd. So it's been a minute. Thank you guys so much for just sticking with me here, because it's just all been a big giant experiment. So yeah, let's take a look inside this bad boy here. So I have transferred all of the corms that we like started out with, or secondarily started out with, if you will. So let's take a look here. They're looking really good. Long story short, I dig the Fluval Stratum. I absolutely dig it. Let me grab the bag. This is the stuff. This is the goods here. I dig it. I totally dig it. I feel like I didn't get the one with added nutrients, or no, I did. It says mineral rich, but I feel like there's maybe like a plus version or something. If there is, I'll pop a picture up on the screen. And if there is that version, I do want to try that as well to see if it's a little bit more, you know, got a little bit more juice in it, you know, but I absolutely dig this stuff. I don't think I'm going to do it today, so I'm not going to do it in this video, but I think I am eventually just going to end up putting all of these corms that have grown, at least all of the Regal Shield corms. Smells funny in here, but I'm gonna end up putting all of them just back into my large Regal Shield planter with all of the other little babies that we put in there months and months ago already. Well, not months and months ago, but like a while ago. I'm just gonna end up putting even more in there to make it just this beautiful, full, lush pot, even at the bottom. Not every single corm has popped out growth, but let me just show you probably the biggest and best growth here. Look at this guy. Look how cute. That leaf is absolutely stunning. And then the back of the leaf is so pretty. And it's already getting to be a good size. The Regal Shields get really large, as you saw by my main mother plant, which is where I got all of the Regal Shield corms from. It's been growing really well. And you can see that was a super chunky corm too. And it's been rooting like nobody's business. So that is awesome. I'm really happy with this. And let me show you another one. I watered these the other day too, so some of them have like kind of a lot of water in them. And it smells kind of musty in here. I don't dig it. Okay, but here's another one. This one must be a pink dragon alocasia. So you can see the size difference already. Like this one's gonna get big and this one's gonna stay a little bit smaller. Oh, I was really excited to show you these little guys too, because I don't remember what corms these are, but look at how cute. I just love them. And look at the roots in there. There are some that haven't really done much yet, but they are the ones that I feel like I put in here a little bit more recently, maybe. But they don't look like they're dying. So here's a few examples. They're not mushy and soft by any means. Oh, maybe I spoke a little too soon. But yeah, we'll see. They may end up growing, they may end up rotting. Either way, it's all just trial and error and just seeing what works here. But so far it seems like the corms are absolutely loving the Fluval Stratum. Wow, it's got some good roots. Do you see those roots in there? Looking so good. And it's got a little baby secondary leaf there that is so stinking cute. So I'm really happy with this. This is probably, the second most, or honestly, this might be more rooted than the first one that I showed you, but here's this guy. This is another one that I don't know. I feel like this is actually a Regal Shield, and it's working on its third leaf, which is super exciting. All of the other like little guys that I put in here are doing really well. I have a little corm here that I don't know how he got in there without being in a cup, but he's working on his second little leaf right here. So that's super exciting, and he's like really well rooted. All right, so these guys are just gonna stay like this for probably another week, maybe another 2 weeks, and then I'm just gonna, like I said, pot pretty much all of them back up into that giant Regal Shield pot. And I think I might even go ahead and pot up the pink dragons in there as well and just see how they will do all together, because I like the way that looks. I feel like some alocasia look really, really cool when they're just like all put together. Cindy Plant Guy or something like that on Instagram, and I'm pretty sure he is on YouTube as well. No, he is on YouTube for sure. I've seen some of his videos and they're fantastic. But he has like all of his alocasia not potted up together. They're all like in their individual pots, but all of those individual pots are like set in a large pot together, so they like look like they're all potted together, and it's just such a nice little situation he has going. I dig it. I totally dig it. My final thoughts as far as propagating alocasia corms go, I've tried it in many, many different ways. I've tried, like you saw at the beginning, putting them in just little cups of water, keeping those under a humidity dome or not under a humidity dome. For me, that is not the best route. You have to keep such a close eye on the watering that for me, it's just not practical. Even with just being home all day, every day with my surgery, it still wasn't even practical for me, especially at the beginning. But even now that I'm like getting around with more ease, it's just not practical for me. Those ones would just dry up or be too submerged and then just be rotted. So they were just dying like nobody's business when I put them in water. Although there are tons of people who have amazing luck with that, it just didn't work for me. So keep all of that in mind too, that like, this is just what's working for me and my experience in my personal environment. Everything could work totally different for you. So try all of these out if you're wanting to. Try out each different method. Try out new methods that you haven't even heard of yet, but you just thought of. I feel like that's like what plants are about, is just like seeing what works. And for me, the water propagation for corms was not it. The other way that I showed you in this video was the Fluval Stratum. I didn't really get too much into sphagnum propagation because honestly, for me, sphagnum propagation does work really, really well, but it just seemed kind of boring for me for some reason. I don't know. I wanted to try something different. I wanted to try the water in the little cups method. Wasn't for me, like I said. So I decided to move to something that is, again, still different for me and kind of something that is a little bit newer. I'm sure the product itself is not new by any stretch of the imagination, but in the plant world, I've been seeing it come up more and more and more, and that was that Fluval Stratum. So I ordered that. I'm super, super glad that I did. I will, of course, link the Fluval Stratum that I ordered down in the description for you guys so that you can order it for yourself if you want to give this a try. But I love it. I think it is so cool. Not only is it really beautiful and just like unique looking, it works. It works really, really well. And I actually have a whole nother like little army of alocasia corms started in the Fluval Stratum, some further along than others, but it would have just made this video way too long, and I just kind of started them randomly and transferred some of my other alocasia that were really struggling, specifically my black velvet alocasia. I have officially transferred from soil into the Fluval Stratum, so it is working as like a, is that considered a semi-hydro or just hydro? I'm trying that out as well just to see how other alocasia will do growing more long-term in the Fluval Stratum. That is something that I have not seen like full yes or no from people on as far as like whether to keep your plants long-term in the Fluval Stratum. So I'm gonna try it out and see what happens. I will make sure that I'm adding my nutrients and stuff like that to my water to help boost the nutrients within the Fluval Stratum, because I'm sure after a while it just goes to like an inert substrate where it's not really doing anything, it's just kind of holding your plant. So yeah, we're gonna try it out and we're gonna see. But as far as alocasia corms specifically, they do really, really well. So for me, it kind of seems like the Fluval Stratum is almost a little bit more forgiving than the sphagnum moss is for me, and that is because I notice a little bit more mold happening on my propagations with the sphagnum moss than I do with the Fluval Stratum, because with both of these substrates, you do need to keep them pretty much consistently moist. Not pretty much, you do need to keep them consistently moist in order for them to be continuing to work for your plant, because otherwise it's just gonna totally dry out and dry out your plant's roots, and then you just kind of have to start all over. But I haven't noticed that as much with the Fluval Stratum, getting the moldiness on the corms. Not to say that there hasn't been any mold, because there definitely has been, like I've shown you, but I feel like I've noticed that a little bit more in the past with these sphagnum moss. So just some things to kind of think about. Again, this is all just what's worked for me personally. I'm just sharing with you guys so that you have another point of view. So yeah, I hope this has been interesting for you guys. It's definitely been interesting for me, and I'm just really happy to see that pretty much all of the corms, except for what, three of them have started to just fully take off. So I have really high hopes for everything, and yeah, keep your eyes peeled in future videos to see checkups on how all of these guys are. But that is gonna be it for this video officially and finally. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are not subscribed already, definitely make sure that you are. I feel like a good amount of you guys are not subscribed yet, so definitely hop on that, and I will see you in the next video.